Hey everyone, so brand new display, 9.6 inch, check it out. This is just like the Model X, Model S integrated display. Look at how sharp this is. I'm gonna tell you a lot more about this display. Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you what I love about it. Install, super easy. If you're not familiar with any of the other installs, they typically involve removing this entire dash panel, getting underneath a panel over there on the edge, plugging into a computer. It can be a lot more difficult. This one is so simple. All right, it is very, very simple. That's number one. Number two, CarPlay, Android Auto, right here on the big screen. Okay, I'm gonna say this right off the bat. Don't mind this. Don't mind the 5,000 LEDs still on the car. All right, that's some other craziness that's going on. Just ignore those wires for now. But if you do want to check them out, I'll have some videos below. Fun stuff. So I'm going to tell you all about this display. We'll do a quick unboxing. There's just a few parts. The install is so simple, so quick. We'll get it on the car. I'm going to show you the different functions it has. Then we're going to drive it around, check it out, daytime, nighttime. I think you're going to really like this one. All right, let's get on with it. This display is from TeslaC.com. All the links below. TeslaMark discount code works just about everywhere. TeslaMark. All right, let's see what we got in the box. All right, this is nice. A flat ribbon cable. This is going to make the install much easier. Okay, couple little spoogy tools, pry bars, nice. All right, these are the OBD2 connectors. And it depends on which car you have, Model 3, Model Y, and what year they are as to which one of these you're going to use. It's great that they give you both though. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Nice little screen wiping tool here, that's cool. Some extra double-sided tape, and then finally the screen. They give you some instruction here on the left and right scroll wheel, but we'll get to that also. And let's check this out. All right, that screen is looking good. We're going to leave this on until we get this fully installed. And what is great, see this double-sided tape? That means that this install is going to be way easier than any of the other screen installs that I have seen so far. Install is going to be a snap. All right, can't wait. Let's go. So once we have the ribbon cable routed, I mean, the whole install is just so simple. So we're just going to plug this in, make sure it works, check it out. That is really sharp. Wow, that screen looks really good. I hope it's coming through on the video. This screen is sharp. So all we have to do at this point is to clean the surface off, get an alcohol wipe or, you know, just some basic alcohol spray. You don't want anything greasy or slippery on this surface. You want this tape to stick really well. Now, I'm going to be replacing this pretty soon on my car, so I don't want to attach this to it right now. So what I'm going to be doing is a little bit sketchy, but what you would do, clean this surface off, pull off the backing here, and then sit back and just kind of eyeball where you want this. Practice with the tape on there right now and just center it. you know, and then when you take the backing off, just put it down. It's easy to line up here with this line. It's just really a matter of left and right, how you want this thing to look. So again, what I'm going to be doing is very sketchy. I'm just going to be taping it on the back of this for now using some temporary tape until I can replace this. Let me tape this on there. Let me tuck this back in there, get the ribbon cable set up here. If you have any excess, it's no big deal on the ribbon cable. Just tie it up, tie it together. You can start the ribbon cable from either this side or the other side. It's not that important, but yeah, install is just so simple. This is the trickiest part of the install, is really just left and right trying to center it out. Very simple stuff. Check this out, super sharp. Only thing that is really showing is this little cable here, which you know, I guess if you've got a white dash, this will like blend in perfectly. If not, what I might do is just put a little piece of electric tape on here. I don't know, get the Sharpie out. But sitting back here, honestly, depends on your height. I'm a little taller. This is right about here is what I see, my eye view. If you're a little bit shorter, you have your steering wheel a little differently, this, you might not even notice it at all. But since I see it, again, I don't know, I might just cover that up, or who knows. Otherwise, check it out. This thing is really sharp. I'm gonna go with a downside right off the bat. Everybody complains about blocking the vents back here. And, you know, almost every display is going to block a little bit of airflow. You can easily adjust it so the airflow goes over, because, yeah, there is a little bit of blockage here if you have the airflow down low. All right, other than that, looks super sharp. There's nothing behind the display. It's just, that's it. This is a display. There's nothing bulky or anything about it. So let's check out some functionality. Okay, open a door, boom. All the doors do that, trunk. All right, so let's get into the main menu. First thing we do is push the scroll wheel to the left and do some basic setup here. And this is a touchscreen, so if we look here, we've got volume. You can raise or lower it here just by touching the screen. Screen brightness, just leave that on auto. Obviously, you can adjust the time. There's 24-hour, 12-hour. Okay, some of the controls here, automatic, Bluetooth, audio, we'll leave all this on for now. Overspeed reminder, tire pressure, let's set that to PSI. Steering wheel control, we'll leave that on. Language is set up correctly, and that's really it for setup. There's just not that much to set up. We can see we've got our lights, fog lights, battery, and so you got percentage and miles. I do like having both of them there. Time needs to be adjusted, and check this out. I press the brake pedal, it shows me that. Put it into drive, and just like the Model S, Model X, it tells you that you're in drive, right? So it's got the little arrow there. If we put it in reverse, tells you that too. So that's kind of nice. Says that it's holding. And in case you forgot what pedal to push. All right, let's put it back in drive. And now that we're in drive, when we use a scroll wheel to go down, notice how it went into CarPlay or Android Auto, or you can get back into setup if you want. And then scrolling the wheel up goes back. And just like on the other car, the PSI will show up after we start rolling along here. Let's see what happens. I do not have CarPlay, so let's get into Android Auto and set this up. Okay, so we've got Android Auto selected here. Again, scrolling up and down, we could select CarPlay, Android Auto. We're gonna click to the right to select it and connect to Bluetooth. CarKit 9CC0. Please connect Bluetooth. So, okay, we've got our CarKit pair connecting. Welcome to Android Auto. Oh, nice. Okay, so to select everything, we click on right. We can exit altogether. I'm in park now, so really we can't usually get back into CarPlay unless we are in drive, which is kind of interesting. So again, scrolling the wheel down. Sorry, Android Auto, I'm actually in. So here, if we look, I'm able to put my music here on the right so the map doesn't take up the full screen. But scrolling down, scrolling back up, you know, that's kind of interesting. When you scroll up and down, you can select everything pretty much that's on the screen. However, it doesn't roll around. You have to, like, you know, I'm scrolling down, now you need to scroll up to go back through these. Let's go into settings. Okay, you see everything is available here. Get out of settings. Some things you have to use the touchscreen for, and other things you can do the touchscreen or use the scroll wheel. That's interesting. So here I'm using the scroll wheel, and we can get into, you know, everything that's available in Android Auto. Let me exit this, and we're back to this. Back into Android Auto. To get this back to full screen or not, we can select this. If we want Spotify on our main screen, we select that. If we want to do calling, voice control. Okay, back to our various apps. So what's nice is while we still have our full screen here, we still have our information here, you know, miles an hour, our range, and that type of information. So that's still pretty cool. All right, so let's get going. Okay, pretty nice. We've got our mile an hour here. Otherwise, this here, not really doing much. It's gotten very cold, and one of my tires is a little bit low, so it's giving me the warning here for the tire pressure. That's kind of nice. Brake lights showing up there, just like it shows up on my main display here. Okay, turn signals here work. Since it's holding, it thinks I'm hitting the brake pedal, and the car is kind of doing that. All right, let's put autopilot on and see what happens. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. But we can see the display didn't change at all. So on some of the displays, when you're in autopilot, it will maybe put some blue outlines on the road or something, just to tell you something is different, that you're in autopilot. This display doesn't seem to recognize autopilot at all. But let's see what it does. Yeah, so I don't think anything has changed. Some information I have on this display says that it does not really recognize anything with autopilot in terms of even whether you're in autopilot or not, and also blind spot warning. It doesn't show any of those, any of that information either yet. I don't know if that's going to be an upgrade in the future or not. But my display so far hasn't been reacting at all to any of the FSD.